Okay, so to make the curry goat, you need the following. You need some curry goat meat, some onions, carrots, potatoes, some peppers, tomatoes, and I've got some Mr. Brown's curry seasoning, some all-purpose seasoning, some mixed herbs, and then some mutton seasoning. And I also need some thyme and some black pepper, some cumin seeds and some garlic granules, and I've got some chili flakes and some turmeric. And that's all you need. Okay, the first step for making this recipe, you need to wash your meat. Now I've washed this before, as you can see, it looks like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the onions up. I'm going to add it into the meat, like so. There you have it, all your onions are chopped, ready. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is going to cut the pepper and the tomato. But what you're going to do is just cut it like so. Just get rid of that. Cut it down the middle, just like you've done with the onion. Cut it into small chunks. Make sure you have a sharp knife when doing this. Sharpen your knife into small chunks like this. Into your bowl. Now your pepper. All you need is one bell pepper for this. Don't need too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add just half of it first into the seasoning, and then once the food has been cooked, I'm going to add the other half in at a later stage, which you'll see later on in the video. Now guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and also comment, and let me know what else you'd like me to see me cook. So you can see I'm just cutting into small chunks again. Now I cut my peppers. Everyone cuts their peppers a bit different. This is how I cut mine. There's no right or wrong way of cutting peppers, as long as it's cut down into the size that you want it to cut into. There you go. Like I said, the tomato, the peppers don't have to be a specific size as long as they're cut down into small chunks. So what will happen is when it's in the curry, it'll break down anyway. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got 3 potatoes, and I'm going to just peel these back along with the carrot. And I'm going to put it into small chunks, similar to the vegetables, but just a bit bigger. Having the potatoes in your curry is a nice taste as well, especially when you're having them with the meat. When it soaks up the meat and the potatoes, it tastes really good. Now the potatoes that I've used are some versatile potatoes that you can get at any supermarket. I just prefer these ones because just have more of a creamier taste when cooking. Make sure that all the skin's off, all the bad parts are off too, like so. Then I'm gonna peel carrot. There you go. What I'm gonna do is gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna wash these, and I'm gonna come and cut it up. Okay, so we're back. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the potatoes up just into small chunks. Like so. Now these don't have to be as small as the onions or anything. Just cut down, just like so. To 3 small chunks. There you go. Good for your curry. Again, doesn't have to be exactly the way I do it. Just as long as it's cut down into small chunks like this. If you've got a small potato and you think it might be too small, just cut it into 2 like so. There you go. And what I'm gonna do with the carrots is first I cut it down the middle. Just careful with your fingers. Then, while you got both of them together, just cut it down into small chunks like this. Your carrots and your potatoes are ready for the curry. Okay, so it's now time for the seasoning. The seasoning of the meat with the ingredients that I've shown you before. So, what I'm gonna do is add the brown seasoning. It's the mutton seasoning. I'll show you the packaging if you want. I'm not sponsored by these, but these are the best ones that I've got. Best ones out there. Add it onto your meat. Your mixed herbs. All-purpose seasoning. Got the mutton seasoning. Got the thyme and the black pepper. The garlic granules and the cumin seeds. I've got the chili, crushed chillis, and some turmeric. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna mix all these ingredients together. Now you can use your hands, or if you don't want to touch the meat, you can use a fork or something. And there you go. Make sure it's nice and blended in into the meat. Make sure it covers all of the meat. Add it in like so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in, as I said before, some of the tomatoes and some of the black pepper. Some of the peppers. I'll also be adding the onions. Just add all the onions into the mix. And I'm gonna add just probably half of the peppers and half of the tomatoes. The rest will be used later when I add in the carrots and the potatoes. Now what I'm gonna do is just mix it all up again. Making sure that all the meat has been covered with meat. And all the vegetables are infused in the meat. Now what you're gonna do with this meat is you're gonna let it sit and marinate for at least about 4 hours minimum, or for the best results I'd probably leave it overnight. Okay, so we're back And I'm about to make the curry. So as you can see, got a nice little pot here. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna add some extra virgin oil into the pan, along with some of the brown seasoning, the mutton seasoning, which will be like so, which you'll see. Add the oil into the pan, around 2 to 3 tablespoons. Add the curry seasoning into the pan. Be careful not to burn the seasoning when it's in the pan. Now you're gonna add the meat into the pot. You're gonna stir the meat for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to place the pan onto a smaller heat. If you're unable to do this at home, then just turn the heat down to its lowest. Add some water into the pot. Make sure you have enough water to cover all the meat. Cover the pot and then bring to boil. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a bit of the curry sauce, get a container, take some out, put in the container like so. Now what I'm going to do, you can see a little bit in there. Some of the carrots, add them in, and the tomatoes too. Just add a little bit of water into it, and that's what's going to happen is it's going to infuse the potatoes and let them sit until it's ready to put the stuff in. There you have it. Got all your potatoes and your carrots just infused in the curry juice. Once it's boiled, leave to simmer for around about 2 hours, occasionally stir in the pot.
2 hours later.
Add the vegetables into the pot. Continue cooking for around about 25 to 30 minutes until the potatoes are nice and tender. Stir the pot and make sure that everything is evenly cooked. As you can see, the curry goat is starting to thicken. Now your curry goat is ready to eat. This meal goes well with some rice. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.